What I've learned from you, Rudy, is I have no idea how far I have to go still. It's so, the path is so far in the distance. I have so far to go. I might call you back in tears going, what have I done? I should have bought a, yeah. So, but I think also, life is often about the journey and the people you meet and what you do. So I've already got to meet such wonderful people.
Yes, quickly.
So that's kind of a fun thing. So I was able to buy all the wooden ribs for the top from Klaus Messing and all the glass, separate glass from Pascal. So that was good. And then Peter has all the hinges for the top, all of the mechanisms, all the...
Yeah, he says the roof frame.
Yes, he has the wooden back seat and it also the metal sides that go and cover those hinges.
Yes, I know.
So those. And then he built for me the semaphore boxes. That's kind of where we're at. I went onto the Swiss website, Curio, and I purchased all of the trim for the gaskets for the windows on the top, and the chrome frame and the scraper for the glass that comes up and down. And then there's Dirk's wonderful pieces. He asked me not to call it a kit because he said it's not complete. It's just various pieces. That's helpful. So you still have ways to go, but it will be better than starting from scratch.
If you buy all that from him, and then we produce lots of parts that are not involved in his kit.
Right. I don't know what I don't know. So the first thing I noticed was the dashboard is a problem. And I like this idea that people from all over the world make these parts to make one car.
The story is then it's all over the world. You find it here, buy it there.
Everybody works together to make this project possible, and it's really a labor of love and passion for history. It's not a real Hebmüller anyway. If it was a numbered Hebmüller, I would go original. But because it's not, I feel like I can play a little bit with. Hopefully, I don't offend anybody in the Hebmüller community. Hopefully, nobody gets.
Let's see.
And also, the price is going to be very, very high.
Yes, it's very expensive what you do. And to me, if you ask somebody, would you buy a converted oval Hebmüller? How many for 150,000? How many people will say yes? I don't know.
Even if it looked like your red and white one, it's still...
You don't have the tags. It's still not an original Hebmüller. So in fact, if you go to a meeting and the purists, I'm not sure how it's in America, will say, oh, that's not an original car. You're not allowed on the grounds.
Wow, okay.
Yes, because it's not an original Hebmüller.
Right.
Sometimes the shows say only the original cars are allowed. And then you drive that with a very expensive car, and then they say, you're not allowed. And then you feel bad, I think.
Yeah, I think so. My heart goes out to the people who do that, especially people like Peter, who spent 30 years building this car from photographs. I was like, wow, I'm so impressed. But I think
my old interior for my Hebmüller 201, my leather seats and rear seat and my roof is on his car.
Wow.
I told him all those parts. I said, okay, you can use it. And then he helped me out. So part of my 201 is in his car.
Oh, wow.
Well, it's a choice, either you buy one you can finish yourself. Okay. Maybe that's a good deal for you. I don't know. That's up to you.
What I like about it is I had hesitations about the oval conversion because for 150 plus, I'm not getting a Hebmüller. I'm getting a Hebmüller tribute car, and that's great, but it's not actually what I wanted. But now you're telling me it's a possibility.
I think as an investment and the chassis, and it's a cable brake chassis.
I know that I can sell the oval I got. Maybe I get enough money to cover the shipping for the
maybe, yes. Sometimes it costs a little money, but you make a big steps forward. And
I'm very interested, Rudy. Please don't sell it before you talk to me. And I have to just convince my wife now, which is easy.
Well, it is.
I like the idea of having a work in progress car that I can still and make it more custom. So
I'm restoring now, and
what's that number?
Yeah, that's the problem. You want a number, and we are not sure about the number. It's an original Hebmüller, but we're not sure about the number.
I see.
But it is an original one, and we think we know the number, But if I put it in, I cannot be 100% sure.
How come? Wherein lies the discrepancy?
Well, because it was not in the front anymore, so then you're not 100% sure, and there's no document that says it's that number.
But the chassis is correct.
The chassis is correct. The Volkswagen plate is correct. It says Type 14A with that chassis number. That's so body chassis are matching.
It has the rear cowl. It has the windshield properly done. Everything is correct.
Everything. It's correct fenders, Dr. D rear fenders, front fenders, the original 49 rear lights with small aluminium in it, 16-inch rims with new tires. But
all it's missing is that one little thing. But you know, Rudy, on the positive side, it is 1,000 times more Hebmüller than the car that I would make.
Exactly.
I'm learning so much from the phone call. This is great.
Maybe that would make sense. You have an original Hebmüller. The minus is the body number is not 100% sure, so I maybe better. Well, we can talk about that if you really want it. Then you can discuss that.
I like this idea a lot. This sounds more in line with my thinking, where it's still a work in progress car. The body number isn't 100%. It's still the body. You can tell it's obviously Hebmüller. But for some reason the number is off. I wonder why someone would take the number off of a car like this.
Because the cars had accidents, cars were very rusty, and they just got at the front and put new front on it for repair or rust repair, and there was no value in that number back then. Many years, Hebmüllers were very cheap, like $300. Yes, in the 70s, nobody wanted the Hebmüller.
Rudy, I shouldn't make a Hebmüller. I should make a time machine and go back in time and bring.
Yes, I would. So would I. Because that would be a really good investment, to be honest. We can all have the old documents before the privacy laws everywhere and all.
Yeah, you just put your order in, and I go back once a month, and I bring it with me. You know, like
exactly. So
that's great. If it's okay with you, I would love to look over some photographs of this, the no number Hebmüller. How do you refer to it if it has no number? What's the number on the chassis?
But I have that, and I also have the birth certificate that it is an original Hebmüller.
Okay.
And I have old letters that stated, from the old days, the old school letters, that it was an original Hebmüller.
If I want to establish the provenance so that it is authentic, what would be your thinking about that process? How would one take a car with numbers that are missing and make it certified that it is correct? What's that process look like?
One thing is, do you have the original Volkswagen plate and you have the original papers? So those documents are there and the original plate is there, but there's no way 100%. To be honest, if you have really old cars, you cannot be 100% sure if it's all correctly done. We have to go back 70 years, and as I told, many people used to put Hebmüllers on late chassis because it was the easy fix, and then they have a Type 11 tube in it from the split Beetle or an oval, and many cars still ride like that. But you don't know because they don't open the hood or the spare wheel is there, and they have this big toolbox in the spare wheel. Nobody sees the numbers.
Yeah. So I think you make a very good point, and I think you come across very honest and sincere, and your passion for these cars is beautiful. And I'd love to see where you are in the reconstruction. I'll share it with my wife, and maybe we change course. And if I can buy the Heb from you, that might be a better way for me to go, because 20 years from now, I'll have this car that hopefully looks like your 201. But it is more of a Heb than it would be if I had converted this oval. So
I'm positive that it's at least you have an original Heb, and you can paint it also red and white.
I'm going to, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
That's 100% has to happen, yeah, for sure. Your car, your 201, has inspired me so much, and when I get daunted about, is this too hard? Am I not going to make it? Is it too expensive? I just look at the pictures and I say, oh. Rudy has a 201. This is a good goalpost. This is my image to project.
Okay.
Yeah,
I have a 300 degrees photograph of the Heb of my 201.
Okay.
And then if you press the button up and down, you can open the roof, close the roof, open the doors, open the lids. I can send you that link. Then it was still with the big tank because we restored it with the big tank. Then I found out Hebmüller was using bodies from Volkswagen, but they were 3 or 4 months behind the modifications from Volkswagen. So Hebmüllers have longer, smaller tanks than the split Beetles.
Wow.
So I restored my car and I said, well, it's after August, so it has to have a big tank. And now I found out for 4 years, oh, mine is also one of the last ones. So we converted it. We changed the front section again. So we have to cut it off, buy a new panel, buy an original small tank, and we converted the front back to the small tank.
Wow, that's great.
Well, not modification, but how do you call it? Coming back. Operation back to normal again.
Right, right. I want to show you something that I think you'll get a kick out of. I can show you how to make a Hebmüller for maybe $1. I'll show you. Watch. So here, you can print this up, cut it out, and you can make your own Hebmüller.
Yes.
No problem. You see, all of the parts are, and it's already red and white like it's supposed to be.
Yes. Okay,
and
that's good.
All the parts, and you can easily put together your own little paper Hebmüller for yourself. Maybe at your next party, you can have all your friends have little Hebmüller placemart. Isn't that fun?
Yeah, that's good.
I showed my wife and she said, oh, now you don't need a Hebmüller anymore. You have one right here.
Yeah, you got one. And then that's fun.
Isn't that fun? Yeah. So now anybody who wants to have a Hebmüller and they want to print it up on cardstock, they can cut it out, put it together, and they can have a little Hebmüller also. So everyone can.
Good.
Maybe it costs you $1. Well, although ink is getting expensive, maybe it'll cost you $2. I don't know.
Okay, $2. I won't do that.
This has been such a wonderful call. You are full of so much information, Rudy. I really appreciate it. And wow, so I can get ahead maybe. This is unbelievable. I would like to experience the process of building a Hebmüller. And I think that if I buy your Heb, it might give me a better quality at the end, but the experience of building it still without having to go through all the process that is driving everybody crazy. Maybe.
It's nice if you buy it only in primer, and then you can see all how the metal work is done, and then you can see it. Yes, and then you can make it your own way and finish it the way you like it.
Yeah.
At least you have a good base.
I want to fly there and I want to put it and bring it back myself. Like it would be such a great adventure, you know?
Yes, it is an adventure.
I find you to be very helpful, Rudy. So I appreciate all the time and information.
You're welcome. Well, let's see what we come up with. It's open windows for both of us.
It does, Rudy. I appreciate your time so much. Thank you for talking with me. This has been great. If there's someone else who's looking to buy it, please talk to me first, because I'm going to try to talk to my wife, and I want to make the best decision so that.
Okay. Now let's see what's going on.
One last question, and then I promise I'm done. I like the banjo steering wheel. It looks great. And I noticed that the center are so many different images. Can you tell me more about the images on the center of the steering wheel?
White one is for Porsche, and you also have them with the same one from the Beetle, and you have them with the golden lady and the moon and the sun. You could all buy those back then, just the way you like.
Oh, okay. So they have no, like one looks like Christopher Columbus and kind of explorer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I had one with Christopher, because St. Christopher is to protect you.
Oh, okay. I like that. That's great.
You like that real original one, and with that Christopher in it. And Marian said, "Oh, I'm not so fond of that one." And I said, "Well, it protects us." And I bought the steering wheel, and I showed it to the guy who bought my black and red Hebmüller. He got my steering wheel. You could choose which button you like back then.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
If you bought the battery, you could say, "I like that button to put in." Also have buttons with a clock in it.
I saw that one just a couple of days ago.
Last was one for sale for, I believe, 2,500. Only that button with the clock in it.
Amazing. I like the St. Christopher is fun. It reminds me, like, my father, he named me Václav after St. Wenceslav. So he was Roman Catholic. I think he would appreciate any protection you can get against road hazards or potential bad drivers. I think you should get it. I could talk to you all day, Rudy, so I need to let you go. But thank you so much for your time. Well, have a wonderful rest of your evening. I know it's late there, and you took so much time to talk to me.
Good to have fun together,
Terrific. And I look forward to your email. Thank you so much, Rudy. I appreciate it
Thank
so
you
much.
too. That's the journey.
It's going to be a long road, but maybe at the end of it, I'll be in a Hebmüller.
Well, but you never know.
All right. Have a great evening. I'll talk to you soon, Rudy.
Bye.
Bye. Ciao.
See you.